are back live in 5, baby. Episode 112. Coming across your chin, my chin. Auzzo reporting from the greater Minneapolis area. Swish back in the desert. What's shaking, Auzzo? I feel like I've been all over the place. Lastly, though, I was up at Big Sky, a.k.a. Big Chin. What a spot. I haven't been back there since, skiing-wise, for 20-odd years. Unbelievable. It was a little icy, though, the second day we were out there, but going up to Lone Peak was unbelievable. It's still like these Rockies right now, they don't have a lot of dust, a lot of snow on the mountain. Like there was a couple times where it kind of got sketchy. Like there was a lot of rocks involved up there, but still nonetheless a lot of fun with the fuzz my dad just skied.
Didn't it just snowed before you got there? Didn't it a little bit?
It got 8 inches the night before. We got there Saturday. So I think Friday they got 8 inches, got in Saturday, skied Sunday, Monday, and then we're out of there on Tuesday. So kind of just in and out like a fiddler's elbow. But yeah, there was some solid dust on the hill on Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday it was getting a little bit icy. When it gets icy, bro, that's where
I'm out.
I know.
If skiing's icy, like get me out of there. You might as well be mountain biking down.
It's crazy because I mean, I'm no expert. I'm decent, but I think what at least my feel when I'm on the hill is when it's icy, you can't dig in as much in terms of your stops. Otherwise, you're just going to wipe out. Like you almost have to be easier on, letting up on your carves and almost on your stops. Otherwise, like your feet just go underneath you, and that's when you get caught chin over shin.
Yeah, and then it just gets way more scary, right, when it's icy, because then if you fall, it hurts that much worse too. But yeah, I think you guys got lucky because my brother was out there last weekend. He said he didn't see you, but it's a big ass hill, so that's not surprising. But they got, before last weekend, it was not looking good for snow there.
No, I wonder what days was he there? Was he there Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday.
Wow, I'm surprised it because I wasn't out there. We just got in late on Saturday, like 4:00, so we just got fitted for skis, and then I would have seen him Sunday. I mean, we were all over that fucking hill. I mean, we skied the whole thing.
I mean, how many runs do they have? I don't know if they're all open, but
no, there was a good amount. I mean, every lift was open pretty much. That Challenger lift, I don't know how well you know the hill. I mean, you skied it a bunch, but that Challenger lift, that it kind of almost takes you up to I would say the second highest part of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
There's some nice runs off that fella. It was still a little rocky, but there's some doubles, triples. I think their scoring system there for difficulty is a little vanilla, if I'm going to say something, because I would say a double black in Big Sky is barely a black at Jackson, and a triple black, they don't even have triple blacks at Jackson. That's just basically don't kiss, don't tell. Like that's a death sentence when you go up the tram. So I would say the scoring system in terms of difficulty, they might overrate their slope a little bit there in Big Sky, but maybe that's just for probable cause for people to, ski with caution, Auzzo. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it is, but I've noticed, like, I'm not like I honestly don't look for the black diamonds to go down. I will if I like the run, but some of those black diamonds on Big Sky are like, this is like a blue.
Yeah. So are you a groomed blue guy? Are you a double blue? Like, what's your ideal run when you're tipping it out?
Honestly, I kind of like just some of the runs that go through the woods that are a little more straight and groomed out.
Yeah.
Some of those are my favorite, where you can kind of bomb the hill, where you're not like worried about hitting something or falling down. You're kind of just going for speed. Yeah. I would say that's what I'm having most fun. Now, as you get along in the day, though, you do need to challenge yourself. So, like, you'll find that slalom hill and try to buzz through the woods and try to dodge some trees later on in the day. It kind of just depends on when you ask me in the day. And then towards the end of the day, your legs are jello. So you're like, all right, I can't go near fucking bumps or else I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't like skiing through the trees because I think that's where the death sentence is. That's where your chin might get caught in the wind and you're going to go down. So for me personally, I would much rather take steepness in moguls that it's more wide open versus getting in the trees, even on a double blue or something like that. I don't know, man. You see those trees and you're one back cut away. Those things don't move.
No, no.
Like there's no forgiveness there. That's like hitting Ray Lewis in the hole.
That's why it's just so sketchy to test the waters out there too, because the last thing you want is some skiing injury where you have like a serious femur injury or something. It's like,
yeah,
I want to avoid that.
Yeah, or you knock yourself out. That's always my thing. Like I'll battle, if you go down, and I mean, shit's gonna happen out there, especially when you're skiing hard. I like to get a sweat. I'm going pretty hard. I would, it would suck to the femur or an ACL or a knee, but I'm more so worried about just absolutely just tattooing my dome off of a mogul that's icy. Because like that's for me, the last thing I want to do is knock myself out on the hill. That I would feel like a real asshole. I'd be like, all right, man. Like,
you wake up, you're on the stretcher, just being hauled down the hill.
Right. Fuck. Yeah.
That's not a good look.
But for me though, if you're decent enough, I think you can ski the moguls, you can find that happy medium where it's a workout, but you're not out of control.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
And the steepness doesn't really matter if you know how to ski moguls where you cut on top of the mogul versus in and out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So for like, if you're just kind of taking your time and not getting those speed wobbles, I think you're okay is in terms of, but people just get so overwhelmed by the steepness when you have to drop in, obviously, and to some of those
when you're dropping in, it's sketch when you're dropping down into them. But once you get going, you're fine. And then, I mean, once you get to learn the hill too, like you can take some of them faster because you know where like the soft spots are in the snow, so you don't have to worry as much if you fall there and stuff. Sometimes when you're going off into like uncharted territory where you don't know if there's a stick or like a tree sticking out or something, that's when it's like dicey. You're like kind of flying here. I'm paving the way. There's no other tracks.
Yeah,
this is awesome, but it's a little dicey.
Is there a 40-foot cliff that I'm going to fall off of right now? And just hopefully I'm prepared for that. I'm not going to be, but I'm just not looking to get hurt out there, but I also want to get a sweat. But I was talking to Statter because he still lives out there, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was texting with him a little bit, and he was kind of giving me some advice on different runs. And we made our way across the whole mountain, me and the fuzz, but I was talking to Statter, and he's like, yeah, there's just nothing better that I love just to take a dozen beers out there in the backpack and ski in the trees. I go, holy fuck, 12 beers, even if you have 6 IPAs and you start stick handling, like, holy fuck. I get nervous in there, going in dead sober.
Well, maybe it's like riding a bike for a guy like Statter who's skiing all the time, though,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll never forget when we went there in the summer during COVID and we did the downhill mountain biking. And I was the last guy because by the second run, I'm like, what are we doing? And then we start going down steeper hills that are considered like black diamonds of downhill mountain biking. And Tomer shredded it. And me and Dewey are kind of in the back, way in the back. And, all of a sudden I start going and I trip over the stick and I lose my balance, fall. I'm like, all right, this is enough. I'm stuck up on top of the hill. These guys are already down. I got no service. Is a bear going to come eat me? I had all the thoughts going through. I actually called the hill patrol. I wouldn't be ski patrol at the time, but I called whoever down at the mountain. I said, come get me. Fuck. I don't have no idea where I am.
Do you think you would have enjoyed that more now? Because you were still playing hockey. So obviously like you're worried about injuring yourself, or were you just worried about dying? I might just die.
I had Auzzo, to be honest, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I realize that, but I'm a percentages guy. And when you're on a mountain bike going down an incline or a decline of a black diamond, and you're in the middle of the trees with jumps and sticks, and you're on a bike, percentage wise, what good is going to come out of that? Like think about it. Is it that fun? No, it's not. What is the fun of stick handling through these trees, going down with a heavy piece of machinery and the best possible outcome is you don't get hurt. You're not enjoying anything you're looking at. Like, it's not like a
No,
hike.
you're not looking at anything. You're
No.
staring at the path.
Right. So what are we doing this for? Is it to get my rocks off and it's an adrenaline jump? I have other things I can do. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good way to put it.
Like, what? I didn't enjoy it at all, and I would never do it again. I wouldn't. I remember
riding a mountain bike down those hills sounds so insane. I can't even imagine.
Those bikes are so fucking heavy too. And the guys that we were going up, I remember the second time going back up the lift, and Statter's like, "All right, we're gonna open it up." But I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?" All of a sudden, we're dropping. Like Tomer just drops into like this 4-foot, like, little crevice, and then like starts going on. Me and Dewey were like, "What are we doing here?" So we I actually walked my bike down the first little bunny hill, and then I kind of found a little pocket, got back on the bike. But I remember going up, and we were talking to these guys that were like really good downhill mountain bikers, and the one guy's like, "Oh fuck, last week, I separated my shoulder, I got a concussion." I'm like, what are we doing here? So needless to say, Auzzo, that doesn't interest me, but I just remember how fast Tomer was going. I don't know if he was drunk or what he was on, but that kid had no fear.
He's always been good at doing that stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
We went wakeboarding one time in high school, and he just started attempting to do a backflip. It was like his first time wakeboarding.
Yeah.
It's like some guys are just made like that.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just, it's no fear. And you just really just have to not give a shit about anything. You do.
Isn't it amazing how they get all those little being in Big Sky? It just makes you want to smoke weed so much because they have so many of those like little semi cars or train cars in the woods where you can just sit and light up a joint or something. It's just like, that seems awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Smoking IPAs, mushrooms. And then after the day finishes too, I mean, how good is the post ski day soak in the hot tub?
Oh,
the tub talk with everyone's talking about how nasty they were on the hill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. They're like talking like their significant other. You see that one up there? Yeah, we shredded that. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember.
I was flying.
Yeah, you remember the hill, the slope off the east side of the Challenger there? That was a good run.
Yeah, you see that over there where I just told you to wait for me off the Liberty Bowl. Yeah, that was me coming down at full speed. But yeah, it was a great trip, Auzzo. I still have Jackson Hole rated over it in terms of my favorite hill. Now I do love the new, I guess they're not really that new, but the lifts that they've put in at Big Sky, the high speed 8-seaters with the
nice
shield,
and warm too,
with the shield on it. It feels like you're sitting almost in a 4x4 with those nice leather seats. Now that's nice, eh?
That is real nice. That's luxury living right there. That's why you're paying fucking $5,000 to go on the hill for the day.
It's insane, the prices, man. It was 2 days was like $600, $550.
Yeah, it's like, man, how do the ski bums afford it? They're not raking it in. They're just out there to fucking shred some gnar,
Well, that's the thing, though, is you can get those Icon passes for the year, and it's like $1,200 with no blackout dates, or you can spend $300 fucking bucks a day to ski. Isn't that crazy? Like, you can get a full season pass for $1,200. And there's discounted rates for locals and things. So maybe some of the locals, the bums, are paying $1,000 for the year. That's what it costs you for 3 days. Exactly.
I go there on a trip, I end up paying more. I might as well pay for the year.
Yeah, like the Icon pass or whatever you have gets you to a lot of select mountains across the U.S. So
that's the way to do it.
I
gotta get my own gear too. How do you feel about getting fitted for gear?
Well, so I bought boots.
You got boots,
and I love having my own boots. Now,
is that kind of all you need? You're good with the boots?
I would say if you're gonna get one piece of equipment, the boots is the play. And then add from there. Like if you want to get skis eventually, but Auzzo, if you travel with your boots, it's easier than lugging the skis, because the skis is basically like having bringing a golf bag but bigger. So I would say if you're gonna get one piece of equipment, the boots, man, it makes all the biggest, like it makes the world of difference for me, because I like a stiff boot when I'm out there, so I don't get the shin bang. You know what I mean? And it really locks me in. I got those 2 Christmases ago, and man, it's made the world of difference. I love them.
That's good. That's good intel right there. I'm gonna have to get some boots because you do kind of feel like a pigeon when you go out there and you're getting the rental gear. You're in there with
Yeah.
the other tourists and they're like, "Oh, you want the beginner package?" You're like, "No, give me that fucking pro package. I'm a pro skier," even
Yes.
though they're just kind of middle level skis.
Yeah, because I think most rental places will have high end skis, especially the demos, but
Yeah.
it's less likely to find a really premium boot
Hmm.
because they're not going to want to spend on that.
For
So
sure.
I think getting fitted for boots, man, that's a play. And they bake them too, like hockey skates.
Really? Get
It's
them baked?
you get them baked, fella. Yeah, get them nicely molded. You get them punched out like a hockey skate. You can do anything to those fucking things.
Wow. So then I wonder if it's kind of the same. I liked my boots, my hockey boots, to be stiff too.
Yeah.
I actually liked the newer skate as I got older. I used to hate when you're a kid, you hate putting on the new skate.
Yep.
As I got older, I loved the new skate up until like after a month of wearing it. It's like, fuck, this thing's a piece of shit now.
Yeah, and I will say, Ozzo, since the last time I've been back to Big Sky, I obviously went talking about the summer there in 2020 or 2021, and then skiing. It was when I was a kid. I will say, Big Sky, it's not losing its chin for grittiness or sandpaper blue collar skiers, but it's bougier than ever. And now
It's a little bougie now, isn't it?
yeah, with the California influx and the people from Diddywood coming in. I mean, you got the Montage there, which is an elite 5 diamond resort. You have the one and only, which is again the same type of thing. These are all like California, influence places. You have the Yellowstone Club, Spanish Peaks over there is bougie. I wasn't really expecting that, fella. I mean, I knew, over the last few years, a lot of people have bought homes there, and these resorts have come into play, but it's not the same good old Montana it used to be. This place is fucking bougie. I don't know. If I was a local, I'd be like, fuck, these people are coming in, stealing our thunder.
That'd grind my gears as a local there. They're thinking like, fuck, these fucking bougie California Hollywood people coming in, stealing my hill. Because it does feel bougie there, especially with the nice lifts.
Yeah.
It's lost its blue collar feel.
100% it has. And I could feel that. Now you still have the local beauties and the good Midwesterners that come in that were skiing Big Sky in the 80s and the 90s and the old guys and people my dad's age, but yeah, it's not Aspen bougie, but it's flirting with, it's on the same scale as the Vales and the,
Would
Beaver
you say
Creek.
Jackson? Because I haven't been to Jackson Hole. That's the one I need to get to. Would you say that's more blue collar still? And why do you think it's better? It's like steeper runs or just
Steep
better
and deep,
feel?
steep and deep, fella. Like if you're looking to really put your chin out there and ski hard and go, and there's no hacks out in Jackson. Like, first of all, you go to Big Sky. I was on the blues, Ozzo, and some of the, double blues, and you find yourself, kind of on a catwalk. There's a lot of benders in Big Sky, and it's more family oriented, right? And that's not a bad thing and not a knock. It's a big hill, but there's more people that are beginner to intermediate skiers. Now, I go to Jackson Hole. I'm a middle of the pack skier, and I'm a guy that predominantly skis blacks.
Yeah.
And I'm average at Jackson. Like that's the best hill in terms of the best skill level out there because you can't get away with anything. A blue in Jackson is a black at Big Sky. It's steep, it's deep. It's just there's no room to hide. I think it pretty much put my sister into retirement for skiing.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we went out there. She got lost a little bit in over her skis, kind of, took a tumble, and that was it for her. No, I think it scarred her, bro. And she listens to the show, and I'm going to have to reconfirm that. But I think it put a little fear of death into Keebs' face. And you said, you know what? I don't know if this is worth it anymore. So in terms of skill level, in terms of difficulty, Jackson, it's unmatched in terms of what I've seen out there. I will have to check in on Whistler again, but as far as the continental United States, Jackson Hole by far the deepest. And I will say, Ozzo, it is getting more bougie there, just like Big Sky. I would say it's on the same level. Like it's got a rich guy's feel, but I would say the cool thing about Jackson is it still has that Western old cowboy town feel. Like the $1 Million Cowboy bar is my favorite bar in the world. It's the best bar in the world.
They got that fur place too, fur coat place.
Yes, and they have the Silver Dollar, which is right around the bend in the same building as the $1 Million Cowboy. The only thing about Jackson, Auzzo, is if you have to stay in town because that's where all the action is. But to get to the hill, it's about 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at taking a trip out there, and I was thinking, do you want to stay in town or do you want to stay on the resort on the hill?
You want to stay in town because that's where all the restaurants and the night.
You think so? Is that the plan?
Yeah, for sure. Because you don't want to be stick handling, back and forth, especially after dinner or something. You just bite the bullet. You stay at a hotel that has a shuttle service in the morning, and you get on there. It's kind of nice. You have a coffee. You kind of wake up. You're looking at the Grand Tetons. You're like, fuck, here we go. And you're looking at the hill, and it's getting closer, and she's steep. Yeah, it's nice.
I want to book it now.
You got to book it. And, they got the team in town too, which I got some boys on that team. It's the senior league, the Jackson Hole Moose, and they all go get shit-faced every night. And, they're just local, basically ski bums in town working odd jobs as plumbers, carpenters, ski patrol. And those games sell out too. Those hockey games are hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That would be so funny to get to one of those games. Maybe even just playing one.
Yeah, they offer you. Like I was out with the team 3 years ago when I first got back.
But they're tilting out there, aren't they? Like they're chucking them.
Yeah, so Kenny Agostino, we've had him on the show. His buddy, Mike Longo, shout out to Longs, plays on that team, and he wears a cage. Now, Mike Longo is a smart man. He works for him and his dad have a business together, a highly successful guy that just moved to Jackson during COVID and has raised a family there and has never looked back. So, he's one of the, I would say, more well put together Samaritans on this team. Like, some of these guys are pretty blue collar. Not saying Longo's not a tough guy, but, he's not out there looking for a fight on a Friday night just because he's pissed off from running a snowmobile company for the week. So he goes out there and I'm like, Long's like, fella, you wear a cage? I'm like, that's fucking soft. He's like, well, Swish, let me tell you. Last year when I was playing in this league, we were playing against a team out of Idaho. And a guy decided to slash me across the face unsolicitedly and basically broke my face in half. So, yeah, I wear a cage. I go, Mike, that's probably a good business decision.
I'd probably put the cage on too, Mike.
Yeah. But I was talking to we were shit-faced at the $1 Million Cowboy after one of their games, and the coach was trying to convince me to come play for the team. He offered me like free lodging for the weekend. I think it was $1,000 a game. First power play he guaranteed me. So and a ceremonial puck drop or something like that. So I didn't think the juice was worth the squeeze out of it because once I heard that Longo story, I was like, if any of these guys on the other team find out that I played at any sort of level of hockey, they're going to be coming for my chin.
Oh yeah. And why is that? Why when you figure out, like you're playing in a beer league game, whatever, senior league, and you figure out a guy on the other team played pro hockey, why does that make guys want to come after you? Like they need to prove something to themselves? Because it happens even in beer league. Even when I play, when I notice a guy knows like, oh, this guy played college, it's like now he's going hard on me in the corners. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Yep. Yeah, it's the same thing of the drunk guy at the bar that finds out that a guy is a UFC fighter or a boxer. And he wants to see how tough he is compared to that guy. And Auzzo, as you know, that never ends well. And a guy coming at you in beer league, if he's going to do something to you, now I'm not saying you're the toughest guy, but you can definitely handle your own. You also know how to use your stick. So if you're going to do something to me, I have no problem. If I feel threatened, here's my stick and here's my fist. It's just like, and I'm probably going to use my stick.
Yeah.
So I just think it's those guys. They have something to prove internally where it's like that kid never left them. It's like they just weren't that level, and they're they're out in the field at recess, and they want to challenge what they think is quote unquote the big guy, but it's just stupid.
That's why it does make it makes it so like, guys like you or other guys don't want to play hockey after they're done from pros, because like I was even just talking to Ryan Patolny when I played that outdoor tourney, and he doesn't want to play in these tournaments. Like he got asked to play in one of those. I think there's one in Aspen or whatever. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna go there and like these guys all just want to fight the guy who played in the NHL. It's like I played in the NHL as like I was like a distributor, like passer. I'm like 5'10". I'm not gonna fight anyone out here. Like,
I know. It's nuts. Hey, how was that? How was it? Cold as fuck?
oh fuck, it was
Pond
freezing.
hockey?
It was freezing, but man, I had layers on. It was fine. I had foot warmers. And then, you know what? This is the first time I've ever tried this outdoors. So if anyone listening plays outdoors, putting latex gloves on your hands underneath your gloves,
No way.
it's money. Your hands
Really?
don't get cold. Like they're sweating actually.
Wow. I didn't even think
So
about
my hands underneath my gloves they were fucking hot. I couldn't believe I thought they were going to be frozen.
You throw the old latex on, eh? The old dome.
Yeah, it keeps the heat inside. It was a great play.
So how'd the team do?
So the team, it was pretty funny. So team's really good. We got, Chris Connolly's on the team. He played, at BU, skill pro European player. Ryan Patolny played games in NHL.
Yeah, almost 200.
Yeah, like good player. Andrew Kozak, obviously good pro player, great player for the University of North Dakota. All the other guys played D3. We had the best team there by far, Jordan. So first game is at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday. Second game at 10:40 a.m. We finished that game. We win both. We finished that game at 11:15. Third game is at 7:30 p.m.
Oh.
And we're like an hour away from anything. So we gotta belly up at the bar for 7 hours.
Be rude not to.
just draining pitchers of Ham's beer.
Oh,
so
right to your barrel.
So the third game comes, and we're coming off 7 hours of hitting a pitcher. And the third game comes, and we play, we win. We play the semifinals at 9:30 p.m. So we had like 2 hours. We had like an hour and a half, 2 hours after our third game till the semifinal game. So we go back to the bar, get more pitchers.
Got to celebrate the win.
Yeah. So we squeak out the semifinal game. I mean, we can't even complete a pass at this point. We squeak it out. We win. Now we've got like 30 minutes. The championship game started at 10:45 p.m.
Under the lights.
Under the lights.
Cold as fuck. Can't feel a thing.
No. Lights turn on. I mean, none of us can even see. So and then when we played this team, they weren't very good, but they had like a strategy because, like, in these outdoor games, you can have a strategy of like
kind of rag the puck. Yeah,
rag it up and down the ice. So they had a strategy. It was a good strategy. I'll say we were the more skilled team. They had the better strategy, and they beat us because we couldn't complete a pass for that last game. I mean, they kept us out. They kept us out there for more than, we were out on the sheet basically for 14 hours that day, just drinking beer all day. So, we let the booze get the best of us. We lost. We lost the last game of the tournament.
You're just so drunk. You're like Brophy and Slapshot. If anyone hits me right now, I'm gonna piss all over myself.
Yeah, it was hilarious. We spent like 14 hours out there, all to lose the last game because we're too drunk. Just stupid.
Where was it at?
It was out in Scandia. It's like past Forest Lake, kind of out near Stillwater.
My God, what a shift that is. You get there at like probably 8 a.m. and you leave at midnight and you're just fucking pinned.
It's crazy. Like the Friday before I went to bed and had a good, dude, I could have drank. I could get to the 50 burger on those days when you're going in feeling good.
Oh yeah.
You got all day. Fuck. Those Hams pitchers were going down so goddamn easy.
Oh my! I bet. And that's just flavored piss too. It's just barley flavored water. The Hams.
Oh yeah.
They actually, like, the Hams beers. Like, it's crazy to say, but they actually might be better microwaved. It kind of tastes like a hot cider at that point.
It does. I actually thought about asking the waitress to microwave one of my pitchers.
Yeah.
It's for old time's sake.
Yeah, like because it's actually, it kind of gives you that nostalgic feel of not only a North Dakota rookie party, but just yeah, it might taste better. I've had hams cold, but maybe room temp is the coldest I've had it. But I will say it's better microwaved or in the oven than it is at room temp for sure.
That would have been a hilarious play to have them microwave it and serve it up for the boys, just steaming.
I don't even think I could have a ham still. Like, fuck, how many years? Like 14 years removed from a Nodak rookie party. I don't think I could. I don't think I could still drink.
It was Kozak's idea too. I'm pretty sure he did it because of the rookie party.
For sure, he did.
He loved it.
What'd you think of? What are we thinking of this Gavin McKenna situation here? Like, he's going to be fine, right? They'll probably just reach like a settlement or something for this kid.
I think that type of stuff's a good look for a hockey player.
Fuck yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, I think this raises his stock, if anything, with, general managers and coaches love that.
For sure it does. I mean, that shit, especially for a skill guy like him who, I'd be surprised to hear that McKenna's agent didn't tell him. Like, I bet McKenna's agent's telling him to do some of that stuff.
Well, it's just like, and especially in the world we live in, let's see what exactly comes out of the report. And, everyone's going to have a story or what they've read or what they've seen of the events that transpire. But say like the reports of this actually coming out where there's no way, first of all, Auzzo, that McKenna is doing this unwarranted. Like, he's not just going out there in Happy Valley at State College and just looking to just randomly sucker somebody with everything he has on the line for his career. I don't care how drunk he is. You like to think there's good people around him enough to where I think this kid, not only is he a smart hockey player, he's smart enough to know that you probably just don't do that. Now, shit happens. Yeah. When you're drunk, of course, but that would be highly unlikely. And I would find it hard to believe that it wasn't at least warranted, or there was some sort of dust up in terms of, the reports out there is the kid that got his absolute chin stapled and broke in 3 places, was chirping him about his mom or something like that. Like, there was something there to warrant an altercation. And at that point, like, people in this day and age just want to claim the victim. And they obviously, you poke the bear in this kid that got his chin stapled and with a styrofoam chin. He clearly got what he was looking for, was a reaction. Did he think he was probably going to get hit? Probably not. But you fuck around and find out, shit's going to happen out there. And people just think like you can just say anything you want to people, or you can come up to them and just invade their privacy, or, even to the point, put hands on someone and expect no repercussions, Auzzo. Like, what the fuck do you think's going to happen? You call some guy's mom a whore, or you're chirping them, and, there happens to be a little bit of verbal exchange. Well, you better be talked. You don't know what's going to happen. Auzzo, you don't go up to random guys in a bar and just call them a pussy or a fag, or, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't do that. Like,
no,
I just think people think there's no repercussions of their actions these days. And something like this happens and you get your chin fucking stung. And now this kid's going to sue and he's going to want some sort of settlement. It's like, man,
that's where it's backwards. We should be allowed you should be allowed to punch these fucking guys.
100%.
And I mean, something like this too, it's so funny. If you want to go back to like before the social media days, no one even hears about this. No. If you don't have social media. So it's like, to me, this stuff isn't even really news. It's just like, it actually, and like we said to start off, I mean, it makes McKenna look good, I think. He's sticking up for his mom or whatever. And I honestly think the guy heckling him should be sentenced with something. Like you're saying, in the world today, it's just, you're allowed to do so much shit to someone before they're allowed to do anything back.
Exactly.
It's just so backwards. Like, this guy had to have been chirping him pretty hard because, like, what do the reports say, Jordo? He was out with his family and his friends and their family or something. It wasn't even like he was just with the guys, right?
Yeah, and teammates. And, it was his family, friends, and then there's some teammates in the mix. And, this kid, this dipshit,
must have been heckling him pretty bad.
Chirping him, and McKenna, I think, was just fed up and fed him too and split him open. And first of all, like, if you're going to be chirping, and especially if you're going to be chirping a hockey player or a wrestler or a UFC fighter, like, you better not have a styrofoam chin. I'm just going to tell you that, little frat boy from Sigma Nu at Penn State. Like, And McKenna's a skill guy. I know he's got
He's
some.
a skill guy. Don't come at us. This is a good look for hockey players all around.
And I know he's got some reservation in him. You know, he's got a little Indian in him, being from the Yukon, which is you really don't mess with a little bit of tint in you, a little bit of res in you, and buck around and find out, man. That's all I got to say. You can't just go up to someone and say whatever you want to say. I don't give a fuck who the person is. No. You can't just go up to someone and think you just have free reign to chirp, get in their ear, verbally assault, and not expect any repercussions. Like that to me is just an imbecile.
Yeah, you got what you deserved.
Yeah, and you wanted a reaction? Well, there's your reaction, buddy. You're in the hospital with a chin that's broken in 3 places.
I feel like the legal system could be so it just seems like it could be so easy at times. Like a situation like this, Jordo, can we not just use common sense? All right, what happened?
Yep.
Okay, this guy's jaw is broken. How did it happen? This guy, McKenna, broke it. He punched him. Okay, why did you punch him? Well, I was walking out of the restaurant and he's just chirping me and my family and calling us names and all this. Okay, well, case closed. We're done here.
Yeah.
You deserved it. Okay, well, if the story is you just went up and punched a random person for no reason and broke their jaw, then okay, now we can talk about senses. But let's just use common sense and figure out why he punched him, and then we'll find out that he was just chirping him as he's leaving some restaurant, and it's very warranted, and we'll just go home because this is a nothing burger.
Yeah, and I mean, even 10 years ago when we were in school, Auzzo, 15 years old, you probably don't even hear about this. That's like just a normal Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's just I remember even, football players showing up to a couple parties my freshman year, and I'm not going to say any names, but some shit happened. And that was just, we came together and that was it. Like no one.
That shit happens in college, in every college, in every town. I mean, there's guys fighting each other. It's just guys like doing it when they're drunk. It's what happens.
Yeah. And I just think it's obviously going to be a story because the kid's a projected first overall pick and, happens to this catch a styrofoam chin, a paper bag chin and put him where he belongs. But the victim card is just, it's out of this world. And it's just, it's so vanilla. Like, dude, what do you expect? How many guys, Auzzo, do you just randomly go up and chirp and call their mom a whore? Like, think about how many times. I've never done that.
Never. To anyone.
Never.
Ever.
No.
Even a guy chirping my mom, I don't even say it back.
No.
Like, I've never done it. This is honestly, when I saw it, though, Jordan, I was thinking, like, okay, is this a plant from McKenna's agency team? Because this is a good look. I mean, It's a great look.
Yeah, I mean,
anyone reading it on the outside right now is like, fuck, McKenna? That's sick.
Yeah, and I think every old school general manager, every coach, they like that. They want a guy that, not scared to chuck him, protective of his family. That's going to bleed into teammates. That's going to bleed into a winning culture. You mess around with me, my family, my team, that's what's going to happen. And for a skill guy that people think maybe is a little bit soft or a little bit, less engaged than they want to be at this stage of his career, well, that shows me he's got bite. And now I kind of want him. Now I really want him. And
Did that might have secured him the first overall pick.
I think it did.
Now you're like, all right, this kid's willing to get in some tussles outside the rink, just stick up for people. I mean, he's got the bite to break the guy's jaw. I mean, this guy's the real deal.
Doesn't this have shades of Patty Kane fighting a cab driver? I mean, skill guys, a little booze in the system. That's gonna, like it's Patty Kane-esque, and that wasn't. I mean, it was a story at the time, but Patty Kane turned out okay. Just ended up being the greatest American-born player of all time. Like, yeah, I just think it's a nothing burger, but it is news, it is headlines, and I just saw one dipshit from. I don't know if it was he's a Barstool guy or he used to be a Barstool guy, like this Jordy Barstool. He deleted the tweet, but it's like, no, he basically said something like, now, do you think any other major junior kid is going to come down to play U.S. college? Fella, this could happen fucking anywhere in the world. Like, it's not a college hockey thing.
This is gonna happen in Canada. It'll happen in Italy. It'll happen fucking anywhere.
So I saw that tweet and he deleted it. I actually quote tweeted. I'm like, "Are you that dumb?" I mean,
Dude, McKenna's from Whitehorse in the Yukon.
Oh yeah, bro.
That's where he was born.
Oh yeah, he's from the Yukon. Yeah, he's res.
That's hilarious. The Yukon. Have you seen how far up there it is?
Oh yeah, brother.
My God.
There ain't no roads up to the Yukon, Auzzo. You got to take a little jumper.
That's got to be like a 6-hour flight from Vancouver.
At least, yeah. At least.
It's so far up there. Oh my God.
Yeah. He's and he's got more res in him than I knew too. I think he's almost 50%.
Fuck Whitehorse. This place actually looks kind of cool. It's got some nice pictures.
Oh, I bet the nature is incredible. I mean, the fucking polar bears up there. And
how does this guy grow up to be this good at hockey from Whitehorse?
I don't know. It's the same reason. How does Austin Matthews grow up to be this good in Phoenix, Arizona at the time he was born? You know,
nothing explains that stuff. I mean, look at Minneapolis. How many kids grow up playing hockey?
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been one to be even nearly close to as good as Austin Matthews or Patrick Kane. Or
who's the last really good player from Minneapolis? Like, well, Eric Johnson was drafted first overall, but he's not a McKenna level play. He was a serviceable defenseman, pretty good for sure. Stanley Cup winner, top 4 defenseman, probably a number 4 career wise.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be like the best Minnesota born player? Is it Parise? Is it, TJ Oshie? You got,
Faber, Young Gun.
Right, but nothing like 1 overall good in the last 20 years. Has there been? I don't think.
I don't think so. I mean,
a lot of really good players.
Eric Johnson. You got Anders Lee. I mean, he's a Dyna. He's captain.
Brock Nelson's, still going.
Brock Nelson, Nick Bugstead, good career. Ryan McDonough.
Yeah, but nothing like on the level.
Nothing on the level of those guys. So why is that? I mean, there's more hockey players coming out of Minnesota than anywhere, and
right, like the mass is there for NHL players for sure. Like good NHL.
Yeah,
players.
deep for sure. But no like prolific talents. Like
no, not a Jack Hughes or Quinn Hughes.
No.
Yeah, that is interesting. That is
Eichel.
Yeah, Ikes or the Kachucks or that is weird. I don't even know. That is interesting. Or Zach Werenski from those kids are from Michigan.
Why are they better? Like
I don't know.
Why is their ceiling higher than a Minnesota player's? You can't even really name none of these Minnesota players. No, I'm not trying to bash any of them, but they're not.
They're quality players.
They're great.
There's a lot of good players. Let's get that set to the obvious. But I don't know, Auzzo. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Jake Gensel's kind of working his way up there.
He's good. Yeah, he's good, but he's not. There's no guy that's taking the puck end to end.
No.
And just nasty with it.
It's kind of weird. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that is interesting. That is, I don't know. I don't have that answer. Maybe it's just because these guys are just anomalies.
Like
Arizona. Like Arizona, for example. How many guys you got from Arizona? You got Matty Nyes, Austin Matthews. That's about it. Like the best player from my age group to come out of Arizona, there was one. It was Zach LaRaza.
LaRaza,
shout out
player.
Good dude. Played a little bit in the American League, maybe 20 games, and then coast guy. Played at the national program, though, and that was a big deal back in the day for him to come out of there.
Yeah.
Southern California, Rocco Grimaldi, the best that never was.
Mm-hmm. He was supposed to be big time.
He was. He still played 200 games, as a guy that's 5'5", standing on his wallet.
Yeah, I mean, fucking great player.
Yeah. But, you're right, Auzzo. I don't know.
Who's Wisconsin's best player?
I would say we might have you clipped. Joe Pavelski, Phil Kessel,
yeah,
Ryan Suter.
I mean,
those are 3 pretty good players right there. And then you know who we also have? We have Craig Ludwig back in the day, nail gun. We also have, well, Nicky Schmaltz is working his way up there.
Nicky Schmaltz working his way up there.
Mark Johnson. Yeah, Magic was sick. He just retired because he was just sick of getting the shit beat out of him at 5'9", 140.
Cole Caulfield, going to have a good career.
Great career. Drew Stafford was born in Milwaukee. I mean, he's not, but that's just kind of like a certain same kind of level.
Isaac Howard. He hasn't been having a great year, has he?
No, he hasn't. I think he's been bouncing into the American League a little bit. It's tough though, man. You go to Edmonton, like if you're not on one of those top two lines, dude, you're playing 6 minutes a night. And think about if you're playing in Edmonton. Okay, so every TV timeout, the big boys are coming over the boards. So that's a shift killed. Any power play, they're staying out for 2 minutes. Any penalty kill, they're running 4 to 6 guys. So if you're just a 5-on-5 guy like Trent Frederick is getting the short end of the stick there. He's like, well, how do I even get going? I'm playing 8 minutes, dude. And Auzzo, you're getting no offensive zone starts. Like they don't give anyone else offensive zone starts. And then when they load up the big boys together with Draisaitl and McDavid, because they end up playing together every game at some point. Well, now you're really not playing.
Yeah, and the management and the scouts and the coaches and the family and the fans are all still expecting you to be at the top of your game.
Yep,
playing 6 minutes a night.
Yep.
You don't need to get into it. Just give us your best every shift. Every other 7 minutes you get out here, we're going to expect you to be, give your best. Hopefully score a couple of goals. We're going to need some depth scoring, but you're getting 7 minutes a night to do it.
That's what Nick was saying when he was playing Edmonton. He's like, those guys just go on the ice. And when he's talking about everyone else but the top two lines, he's like, those guys in the bottom 6 just go on the ice just to give the top dogs a rest. Like they don't even go out there with a plan. They just go out there to kill time.
Just chip it out, block some shots, don't take a penalty.
Right. Like, and then when those guys are like finally like not leaned over, they're like, all right, get off the ice. Yeah. He's like, how do you play there? Like,
how long can you do that if you're Edmonton? Like, isn't the amount of hockey that they've been playing these past 3 years just going to catch up to them? Like, given how much they have to play during the regular season too, to make playoffs, like you have to. These guys are logging 30 minutes a night all fucking season for 100+ games.
Yeah, I would say I think right now because they're just absolute psychos. And Draisaitl can get away with it a little more because he doesn't play at that high octane level like McDavid, where he's got the Pistons going every night. But at some point, the miles are going to catch up. And I think McDavid is such a mutant that you're not going to see it until after the age of 35. So I think you'll be okay. But it is amazing how much just the taxing hockey they play. Like that guy is insane. And you would like to think you could get a little more depth in there. But then at the same time, who do you bring in? And then, you got to find guys that are good with playing 12 minutes a night and they're playing third line, but on another team, they might be a second line center. They bump down to third line now, playing less minutes, what they've never done before. That's an adjustment. It's hard.
It's tough.
Like where do you if you're on the second power play in Edmonton, all I'm going to say is good luck. The only ice you're seeing is practice. You're not playing. You're not playing at all.
The cell. Oh yeah, well you'll be on our second power play from the Edmonton Brass. I mean you're on mock power play, and we'll throw you out there if we're up 6-2. But yeah,
I remember that. I remember talking to Bess about that when he wasn't sure if he was going to re-ink in Vancouver, and there were some other options out there. And we were just discussing Edmonton, not that they had any interest in him, or maybe they did. We were just throwing out hypotheticals. And I remember him, saying like, that would be a good spot to play. I'm like, well, yeah, it would. But what if you're not on the first power play? He's like, well, I'll probably be on the first power play. I go, well, the guy that plays in front of the net scored 50 goals last year, Zach Hyman. The guy in the middle in the bumper spot, Nugent Hopkins, had 100 points last year. The two flanks, good luck. They don't even think about it. And then the top guy is Bouchard with an absolute bomb. So I love you, Bess, but everyone healthy and that power play clicks at 30%, unless you're a fucking Petty Kane even getting on that unit. You know what I mean? Like there's just no room.
There ain't no room anywhere.
So, then you drop down to the second unit and you're getting 15 seconds a game if you're lucky per penalty per power play.
Yeah.
Like you don't,
And if you're not on kill,
right.
yeah, I mean, if you're not a killer either, your job is to not get scored on when you're on the ice when the other guys are tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're clicking at 31%. Edmonton, number 1 in the league again.
Like, you're not going to play it. Like, no one's playing anywhere on that power play.
No,
they're not.
There ain't room. There's not room.
No.
I don't even know if there's room for Alex Ovechkin on it. There's not.
No, there's not. It's like, where are you putting Ovi? You're putting Ovi in the middle, and he's not a facilitator. So you're setting up you're trying to run one-timers through the slot, and that's not going to happen because you're not putting him on the flank. You're really not. Like, McDavid has to play on his forehand because he's got to feed Draisaitl back door, and McDavid is not playing goal line or middle. So
no.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny to think about that. Not even Ovi's getting on that power play.
Get on the second. Get on mock PP, Ovi. Sorry, bud. You ain't getting on.
Like, that's funny to think about. Like, you got the greatest goal scorer of all time, and he's probably not on that unit.
No. We don't need you, buddy. We're good here. We're at 31%. I mean, that's just in the NHL. That's like when you watch how good these guys are at killing too.
Yeah,
they're unbelievable at killing penalties.
Unbelievable, dude. Yeah, those boys are pumped. They finally made it to the break. I mean, 56 games, 57, whatever it was, to the break to February. Nicky's going to Hawaii, and then he's coming down to the desert for a few days. So he's got a nice little program.
Nice. I am very curious to hear what those boys get up to with their break. They got to be so pumped. I saw one team played. It was like 18 games in January. That's more than a game every other day, man. Like, it's
insane, brother.
It's insane. It's hilarious. And it's funny, Jordan, when you watch these games, those fuckers out there are still giving more effort than the NBA players.
Yep.
The NBA guys are literally shooting they're at a shoot around. And these NHL guys are still giving it out there. I'm like, how are they giving effort?
Yeah, the NBA guys, they just show up and they're just still baked. And they just go out there and hoop. No one cares. No one cares.
It's hilarious, the effort level difference.
Yeah. It truly is, man. I mean, it's a testament to how good of condition these guys are in. They're playing that many games, and they've been doing it all season. It's just been a full-on sprint, and travel too. Like, you're flying on the private bird, but you're still in the air. You're still getting all this fluid sucked out of you, and you're landing at 3 a.m. I don't care if you're eating filet or if you're eating Chick-fil-A.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Sucks.
You wake up for those games and you feel like you're not even in your own body. You know those mornings when you wake up and you're so tired and you just don't, like, you feel like just a zombie. You legit feel like a robot. You're like, I don't even know who I am right now.
You feel like you're fucking
like floating.
That Jello that has like some solid in the middle of it. That's what you feel like. You're just like, oh.
And then you're expected just to go fully play a hockey game, and you take a Sudafed and 6 coffees and like trying to shake the fog, a cold shower, and you're like, holy fuck, like, I might get hit tonight. Like, I'm playing against, I'm playing against Matthew Olivier.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
And then you get out there and you can just catch passes and stick handle the puck and just be fucking dialed in with every pass and not even miss a beat.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. It's those guys that's well deserved the break. And then you got the guys going to the Olympics, which is just another thing. Like, I mean, how are you not going to be so gassed if you make the gold medal game? I know we've mentioned it on here before, but if you make the gold medal game, it's on like the 23rd. There's the NHL games like the 26th. Like, you're just expected to get on a 15-hour bird back to, LA or wherever you're playing, Vegas, and just go snap it like 2 days later. Like, they should, honestly, they won't do it because they're hockey players, but they should use load management. But the parity in the league, I don't think it's going to be permitting for teams to want to do that. Or
it's too tight.
It is.
Yeah, they're back the 25th.
That is insane, bro.
Fuck, what a nice shift off for the boys who don't have to play in that thing, though.
I know.
They got to be pumped.
I know. I
How
can't
do you
wait.
stay? You gotta have some discipline there. You gotta stay in shape.
Yeah, well, they're doing a 7-day camp in between. Like
Okay.
most, you report back on like the 15th.
Yeah.
Nikki said he's even going to bring his gear here to Scottsdale to get a couple skates in before. So it's basically be like another
Yeah.
training camp, which
Yeah,
kind of sucks to be honest.
that does suck. That does
But
not sound fun mid-season. Can't
no,
imagine it'd be too hard though. I mean, depending on your coach, I guess.
yeah, depending. I bet the first day is not going to be fun, but after that, probably be fine. I can't wait to get over there, Auzzo. Me and Bob Gucci are heading over the pond for the Milano Cortina Olympics. We're going the 12th, or we're leaving on the 11th, get there the 12th, and then back on the 19th. So I'm fired up.
That's unreal.
It's going to be sick. Yeah, Book It Sports stepped up. The boys over there
Unreal.
got us hooked up with business class seats, flights. So we can.
What are you gonna go to? Are you gonna?
Yeah, we were
Just stick
mapping
with hockey or?
No, we want to hit everything. I mean, it's so spaced out. Like Cortina from Milan is 5 hours.
Oof.
But there's other places that they're doing, some ski events, some snowboarding, and there's a city called Burmo or Birmo, and then I think the other one's like I don't know. I'm gonna butcher it. Starts with an L, but those two are pretty close. Those are like 45 minutes apart, and from Milan, it's like a 2.5 hour stick handle into the Italian Alps. But that Cortina, where they're doing a lot of the, different things. I know curling is there. I know there's some sort of alpine skiing and different events. That one is like 5 hours. So I don't think we're gonna go there. But we're going to catch, the Alpine Big Air, which will be sick.
Yep.
Some slalom skiing. There was a snowboarding half pipe event. So we're going to go up there one day to the mountain, do some shit. We're going to go to a couple hockey games. And then, honestly, the one I'm kind of most sneaky excited for is figure skating. Co-ed
figure nails.
Paired figure skating. Like Jimmy McElroy, Chaz Michaels, the ice-devouring sex tornado. Bent out of the hellfires of Motown, like that to me is gonna be some cool shit,
dude. They're pretty dialed out there in the figure skates.
Oh yeah,
they can rip out some pretty cool stuff. I don't mind watching that either. I was trying to think of like what Olympic sports I think it would be fun to watch. I mean, figure skating came to my mind as well, just because I don't know, it's cool to see them do that stuff. I don't know how they do it without getting dizzy.
Yeah.
Curling's always like circled for me for some reason. I love watching the curling.
You get the plumbers out there. I mean, skeleton and the luge and bobsled would be sick, but that's all in Cortina. It's so far.
So where's the Olympic Village they talk about, where everyone's at and they got a bunch of condoms and everyone's banging each other?
Yep.
Where is this in Milan then, or where would they have, or is there a bunch of different ones?
I think there's probably a bunch of different ones. Yeah. I think the's probably 3, to be honest.
I wonder which one would be the best one to be at.
Wherever Lindsey Vaughn's at.
straight off a torn ACL, take her down before she gets a surgery.
Yeah. I mean, what a nail gun she is. I mean, just gutting it out. What a dog. She's built different. Vonner.
Oh, what a legend to it. And to be able to add that you used to bang Tiger Woods to the resume, I mean, that's so nails.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's going to gut that out with a knee brace, a couple Percocets, and just get out there and just slash it. Just see what happens. I mean, this could kill her. And she's just going to go out there at 41 years old, hasn't been in the Olympics since 2018, I believe, and just go gut it out. Just go full Vonner. Imagine she wins, Auzzo, on one leg like that. I mean, that would be vintage Vaughn.
Oh, how nails would that be?
Yeah.
Win the gold medal on one leg?
Unbelievable. Yeah, I can't wait to get – the hockey's going to be sweet. I mean, they had to postpone a women's game today, though. The ice.
Really? What happened to it?
I think it was just shit. Like, it was melting and, like, there's just – yeah, so they pushed it back, like, to the 12th. Like, it's –
that far?
Yeah. Yeah, it was I don't know if it was Sweden or Finland or they were playing each other, but yeah, the ice is already fucked.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
I don't get it. What did a story ever come out? Do they ever like give an explanation, Jorno, why after knowing you're going to have the Olympics for 5+ years, why are you late on building the main arena?
I just think it's the culture over there. like Italian people, they operate on their own clock. I mean, we're talking about a culture of Switzerland and Italy, Auzzo, where the banks close midday so people can take a 3-hour lunch or go nap. Like, I remember my bank in Switzerland, I would go there after practice and they would close from 12:30 to 3. And then they'd open up again at 3 to 4:30. But you go there at 12 and they're closing at 12:30. They're like, a little tight to the window. We're going to head out here. So I'm like, you close in 30 minutes, like, before lunch. We're heading out here soon. We can't do that. We can't do that transfer for you. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No way.
And then you go back at, say, you're hovering around 4:00. They're like, oh, yeah, that's going to take a little long. Sorry, sir. You're going to have to come back tomorrow. Oh, you guys, you're closing in 30 minutes. Like, what do you mean? So I just think it's such a lackadaisical culture.
Yeah.
And maybe they have it figured out.
point.
And maybe we're the assholes over here where we're working too much. Our culture is grind, at least, people that want to make it. And those people over there, it's a very laxed lifestyle.
That brings me back to our Chucky Slick episode, Jordan, when we had him on.
Yep.
It always makes me wonder, what is the right way? Should you be like us where you're constantly trying to hustle and grind and almost want more, never kind of be content? Or should you just be more relaxed and it ain't that serious?
Right.
Take it easy. And I always have a little bit of a battle with that when I'm deciding what I want to be, but then I just always kind of land on I think it's better to hustle, Jordan.
I think it is too. I think we won't know that answer, Auzzo, until you get to the back end or the back 9 of your life, and hopefully we're both lucky enough to live that long into your 80s, and I think then you can sit back and say, okay, what was the meaning of all this? And maybe you get to the point where you accomplish a lot of the things you wanted to accomplish, and hopefully you're very successful. But you had to give up a lot of different things and sacrifice along the way where you're like, well, was it worth missing this or not spending as much time with your parents or your brothers or, your kids or your wife? I don't think you know that answer until you get to that point. But I will tell you, and this, you can't have it all, fella.
You can't.
Can't.
You just, and you can get in the, you can think you can have it all.
Yeah.
But you can't. You're not going to win that battle.
No. So I don't know. I don't think there's a wrong way for either way to live your life, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to go into that Bob Marley state of mind of just kind of living on island time, because
that'd be nice sometimes.
But how much that for guys like you and me, if you want to hold yourself to a standard of whatever you have in your head, living like that would give you anxiety. That would create nervousness, uncertainty. A lot of times in life, what you do is with motion and putting things to work, and that's how you get out of your head. To me, that would fucking the hamster wheel would be like, what am I doing here? What am I?
Oh, I think it would totally. I'd spiral.
Yeah.
It would not. I think everyone's different. Clearly everyone's different, and some people are meant to be busy, and some people are meant to chill their whole life, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be like Lily Braden Slapshot. I'm cracking up, I'm spiraling. I'm losing it. I can't figure it out. Oh man, what are we thinking for this weekend? We got UND back in action. Did they do Palooza?
They did.
Okay.
I tweeted out, I hope the boys are enjoying Palooza, and I got a couple DMs from the boys saying chips are free. So
wow,
they must have been a DSO.
That is how you do that. It's good to see that is alive and well. That would be year 13.
Yeah.
2013 was the first year, my freshman year, February of 2013. So that would make 13 years.
What a tradition.
Like none other.
An absolute tradition. I don't see any reason why it would ever stop.
I will never forget the first one ever, and I've told it on this podcast, and I've told it to you, Auzzo, many of times. I had 2 dates to the first ever Palooza, and to the respect of these women, they will remain nameless. But I'm not the best looking guy ever. I know that. I'm a 6. But these 2 chicks together added up to be a 5. And I took 2 girls to my first ever experience extravaganza at the Paradiso. And mid-dinner, I looked down at the other end of the table, and it was only in the early stages. So there's only about, 6 to 8 couples at the first ever Paradiso experience of Palooza. And I looked at my good friend Brent Chiswick, and I said, "Do you want to make a deal?" And he obliged. So mid Palooza, we made a trade. My 2 dates for his 1, and I've never looked back since.
That's still they still say that is the best trade to ever go down in Palooza history as well.
It was the best trade of all time. I think it was, there's been trades throughout Palooza. There's been breakups. There's been rekindlings. There's, when love is in the air, there's uncertainty and
a lot of emotions.
Right. There's unexpected things, unforeseen circumstances happen all the time, Auzzo.
Guys steal other guys' dates.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the best weekend of the year outside of the hockey being played. 100%.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Oh man. So good on those boys. Shout out to EJ Emery, friend of the show. All those boys there. If you're listening, keep doing you. I would love to see some pictures come out of that. So if you don't want to put them public, I will not expose you. I just want to
send them over.
Send them over.
Live through, see.
Yeah.
I also want to know, who's kind of the team, the team drunk a little bit. The guy who gets a little too drunk and can't really handle it. He's bothering people at the restaurant, and you're trying to calm him down a little bit, and you got to carry him out of there to make sure no one gets in trouble. I also want to kind of know who that is too, because there's always one of those guys. Sometimes it's a couple.
The young Kajula.
Yeah, the young Kajula, the young Shane Gersich.
Yes. And these are now men that have matured and are not like that anymore. But these were, 2 savages back in the day. And Kajula being my favorite player of all time. I mean,
both of them just you want to be. Those guys are just absolute college legends. I mean,
yeah,
the tenacity and energy they brought day in, day out.
Yeah, it doesn't go unnoticed, and it's still talked about to this day. Auzzo, what are we thinking for this weekend for the UND squad? Though we got you. Is it Duluth?
Duluth and Amsoil.
Gonna be a test, fella.
It's gonna be a good one. I think it's tough. I mean, I think North Dakota's looking for 2 and Duluth's looking for a split.
Yeah.
I think Duluth would be happy with a split. North Dakota's probably not going to be happy with anything other than a sweep at this point in the season, especially with the Penrose on the line. I don't see any reason why they can't do it. I do think they're the better team. I mean, as long as you can single out that Shaga Bay plant line, you can beat the Bulldogs.
Are you gonna go to a game? Are you just gonna watch?
No, I'm just gonna watch. I got some. We've got some work event on Saturday, Jordan. It's called the Chili Open. You play golf on the lake.
Okay.
Big kind of drinking event with a bunch of companies that sponsor holes and stuff. So I'll be out there on Saturday. I'll be watching both games though on the TV. So
yeah, I'm gonna try to watch Friday. Waste Management in town this weekend. Obviously, we got Super Bowl too. Waste Management. I mean, I got back on Tuesday, and this city is just buzzing. Like, it's just crazy. The
people love the Waste Management.
It's insane. I like it. I like one day out there. I don't like more than that. But people literally will be there for the practice round on Monday and stay till Sunday and just bend. And it's all crazy. The guys. Isn't it crazy too? Just the guys that all dress like they're in the tour that go to the event. Like I tweeted something out earlier today. I'm like, I'm driving around because I live pretty close to the course, and just the amount of guys walking around in Travis Matthews, Bad Birdie, G4, FootJoy. Like, bro, why do you? It's 80 degrees. Why do you have pants on? Why do you have a weight belt? Why do you have some flamboyant Bad Birdie polo on. You have a glove, and why do you have spikes? You don't. What are you gripping? You're not playing. Like it's the sport that people dress up the most like they're actually inside the ropes. You don't see fucking assholes going to hockey games with full gear on.
Be funny though.
Oh, it'd be great. There's always
dress up as baseball player.
Yeah,
going to a baseball game.
Like it's just insane. It's like, and they all talk about their career round they shot at TPC. Yeah, last year we came here a little early, right? And tipped it out. Shot 81. You shot 81. You had 8 gimmies. You had 4 breakfast balls off the first tee, and you probably took 2 mulligans. But congrats on shooting 81 when nobody was watching. It's just like, oh my God, I can't stand it.
It is. Golf is a funny sport because it's like the only sport you can kind of play as the pros do. It's funny, like when you get together with those guys, you're all just sharing rounds. Like any of them matter to anyone.
Oh, you're all. It's like it's the tale of the fisherman that had the biggest fish on his line, and it's the one that got away. Auzzo, you're talking about some round like 2 years ago. You played at a course in Phoenix at Greyhawk, and like you're bragging about a 79. Like, dude, no, who cares? Well, you shot 79 or 89. You still suck. You're so far from being a professional golfer. Why are you dressed like this? We're in Phoenix, Arizona. It's beautiful out here. Wear gym shorts. Wear a pair of jeans if you want to dress up. You don't need to wear something you bought at PGA Superstore that day. I'm sorry, you don't. Just because you're at a golf event, you don't need to show me you golf. Fella, we all golf.
Yeah.
We all golf.
Well, everyone golfs, man. Everyone's doing it.
Like,
Everyone's doing it.
We all golf, fella. It's insane.
Oh man,
it grinds my gears, and I don't know. That's just like it's just like the cookie cutter white guy move, and it's everything I'm against.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that crowd either. The guys who take it too seriously and the Michael blocks. You know, if I could hit as long as Rory. I mean, my short game's as good as anyone's, you know, so.
Yeah.
That'd be top 10 if I could hit it as long as Rory.
I told this story on the pod about Blocky. I've chirped him in the past. That's a hilarious all-time quote. Said he could be just as good. But he was at a sushi restaurant in Aspen when we were there, when I was sitting there with my family. Someone asked Blocky he was dressed like he just got off the track, too. It was like 9 p.m. Someone asked him for an autograph. He not only pulls out a Sharpie, Auzzo, he had a nugget in his pocket, and he signed it for him.
Shut up.
Swear to God. No word of a lie.
What are you going to do with a signed Michael Block golf ball? What are you going to do with that? You're going to fucking hang that up on your wall or something and be like, yeah, this is Blocke's fucking golf ball.
that ball, that Pro V1 is now worth less. It is. And nobody wants that.
No. Yeah, this is you got like your kids are looking at, like your kids' friends are looking at, like whose golf ball is this on the wall? Oh, that's Michael Blocke. He's like a caddy or something on a course, and they let him play the PGA tournament, and he made the cut one year, so that's his ball. Oh, dude, that's cool.
That's like it reminds me of a kid at the Toronto show for HB3. Insisted after I refused 2 times to sign a Connor McDavid card. I go, do you realize he's the best player ever to play hockey? My autograph belongs nowhere near this. He's like, no, Swish, you got to sign. I'm like, dude, this is disrespectful to sign a Connor. This isn't just a run-of-the-mill NHL player card. Like, my autograph doesn't belong 100 miles from this fucking thing. He's like, oh, just sign it, Swish. Now that kid somehow, if he has kids someday and finds that in a stack of, miscellaneous shit, and you got my jackass's Herbie Hancock on a McDavid card, it's like, that's the same thing. It's just like, it just decreases the value.
That was smart of you. You don't want your name found on that card.
No, I don't.
I don't.
Oh my God.
Leave me out of it.
Yeah. So that's funny, man. What do you think on? Lastly, Auzzo, what do you think on the Super Bowl? Who do you got? It's gonna be a dogfight, fella.
Yeah, it's hard for me to bet against Mike Vrabel and everything the Pats are.
I know.
But that Seahawks defense seems scary.
Yeah, and Darnold, butter.
And Darnold's, yeah, I don't know. I think, I've been seeing some people aren't too happy about it. I think it's a good Super Bowl. I mean, two good teams. You don't really know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Young quarterbacks are going to have a first time Super Bowl winner. I think it's going to be a good game. I've been seeing the line. I think the Seahawks are like favorited by 4 points.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if that Vrabel mentality can come into the mix, and I think they're gonna have to punch him in the mouth right away. Like their defense, the pass defense is gonna have to come out, punch Darnold. That Seahawks offense, that O-line, get in there, play physical, instill a little bit of fear, a little doubt, put them on their heels early, and then Drake May come in and make timely throws. The Patriots have a chance. I hope selfishly the Patriots win. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I like Bob Kraft that he goes to rub and tugs or whatever, but I just think for me, I would like to see a New England win over, the Seahawks. Seahawks are just the fucking Seahawks. I don't know.
I know, just kind of like a candy ass logo and colors
and the only time they were cool is when they had Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, and Seattle's a city's kind of candy ass too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. So
yeah,
we'll see. I'm gonna take the Pats, but
can't
wait. Jakey Schmaltz coming into town for the Jungle All-Star break Sunday. Can't wait to get drunk with him. It's gonna be an awesome time. Auzzo, I'll tell him you say what up. But that's gonna be a great time. Auzzo, lastly, the People's Insider Term of the Week. And this week's People's Insider Term of the Week is hung up your key. Now, this term involves narcotics, and we don't promote that over here on Live and 5 by any means. But to be a kid in college, to be a young professional, well, there's a lot of dust out there a lot of the times, and especially people that are snorting different things. And a polite way to turn down substances, especially if your buddies are peer pressuring you or people in and around parties that may want to do a little bit of cocaine with you. You can just tell them, hey, fella, I think I'm out tonight. I didn't pack my ski gear. I left the Canada Goose at home. I'm just not looking to get over the bag per se. And he's like, why? Like, what do you mean? Like, just have one. You're like, I don't do that, man. I never really did it. And I'm not a big drug guy. And they're like, oh, come on, just do a bump with us. And also, you can tell these people, hey, boys, politely, I have hung up my key. So this week's People's Insider Term of the Week is hung up your key. It's a polite way to tell people that, yes, I don't do any dust anymore. I've never been a drug guy, but politely, my key has been hung up. I have retired, or I haven't even started, but it's a funny way to kind of avoid a situation if you're not looking to do narcotics and you just want to play a plant-based game or you just want to stay on the booze. This week's People's Insider Term of the Week is, fellas, I've hung up my key. Not tonight. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, you hung up the key, Jordo. That's never a bad thing to hang up the key. It's never really a bad thing to not have to hang up the key because it's always been hung up.
Yep.
But it's a good thing to hang up the key, and it's a good way to explain to the buddies that, maybe I can't partake this time. I've hung up the key, boys, and it's staying hung up.
Yeah, yeah, and with the dust out there these days, it's scary because people go down from that type of stuff, and it's one way to kind of diffuse a situation and not get involved with the ski patrol or whatever you're doing. So, we've all been in college once, and there's the people are doing crazy shit. So stay tucked out there, fellas. That is this week's People's Insider Term of the Week. Auzzo, that was episode 112. Always great snapping it with the captain, folks. Tape to tape, crispy rice, D to D hinge. Best of the business. You're looking at them. And I saw Auzzo the other day, fella, the old 10-year fucking in 2016 again. UND post was nasty. They had, hey, you had a nice little fucking play in the coffin corner up there on that first goal.
Yeah, you like that on that first goal?
Well, I fucking, hey.
Little walk it to the middle, take it back to the outside, find the lane. Little snifter in there.
Yeah, that was fucking nice. I forgot about that. You got the party started with that, getting pucks on the net, and then Gershie tapping her home. But yeah, that was a nice little play. And then obviously I watched all the other goals after that. But yeah, that was an unbelievable memory. Something I'm not jealous of, but you look back and be like, damn, that would have been nice to
Yeah,
be on. That would have been nice to be on that team. But
would have
so
been
happy.
nice to have you.
Yeah, but yeah, that was cool seeing that and seeing all the boys, the pictures. That one of you just grabbing the fucking hardware is that image that's a sick picture too downstairs at the Ralph.
It is cool. It's nice to. I think I had a good face in that. You know, when you take a picture like that,
Mhm.
you hope you're looking good, and I think my emotions and reaction kind of fit the moment pretty well. So
For sure.
happy about that for sure.
Yeah, that was awesome, Auzzo. Always, you guys will always walk together as champs. 2016. I'm hoping those boys this year can get that same feeling. So that was really cool. Auzzo, tape to tape, brother. That was this week's episode, folks. Hope you enjoy it. Back on the airwaves. 93.1 Auzzo. We out. Woo.